I would have never done it because it's all, you did it all.
Oh, yeah.
All because of you. And at that time, you know, because she's by herself, I don't know what tear came down, but it was really the opposite. It's not because of me, Mom, it's really because of you. And that all of these things that you see your son doing, it's because I tote and I take y'all with me everywhere I go. So when you hear me speak, this is you speaking, this is Dad speaking, and this is all of the poor people who just prayed that one day that they would have better. We used to live in, oh Lynn, we had a little 700 square foot house, and what Daddy used to live in, and no AC, no heat, but I didn't even know we were poor. We was just.
Isn't that something?
We was just kicking it. Me and Dad, we would go fishing, crabbing, and you know, he would get cans from the side of the road, and I would help him, and we'd go sell those cans and whatever money they would give. That's how he was hustling. Cigarette butts, he would put them in a Ziploc bag for the long ones that's just been smoked. Get a full quarter for them, sell them to other poor people. The ones that had a little bit, okay, give me a nickel. So my dad was showing me, you know, the lessons of what it took, you know, to make it, and you know, this is how we made it. And now, you know, when I was able to do better for myself and the family, we didn't have to do that no more, you know. You know,
buy a whole pack.
Yeah, we can buy
unsmoked.
we can buy a whole pack. And I think one of the reasons why me and my mom, I take on vacations, that first vacation we went on, me and Dad, it was in Asheville, North Carolina, in the mountains. And when we went out, it was my first time knowing, it was 1977, I was 12. And it was my first time knowing that we were poor, because what we went at didn't look like. That's when I first found out we were poor. And so I never forget, we had $350, and Dad kept it in a cigar box and put that cigar box in the closet. So he says to me, son, I need you to buy you a little outfit where one can get you one, and get you some shoes. And the shoes I got was some red high-top Chuck Taylors. Got them. And he said, get you some music. And it was 8-track cassette players back then. I got Parliament Funkadelic. And that's what me and my dad did. We rode listening to Parliament and eating peaches and just making it. And at the end of that presentation, it was a timeshare presentation. We stayed at a condo. The man asked my daddy, he said, would you want to do this with your son every year? And my daddy said, no. And man, it hurt my heart. I didn't understand why Dad didn't want to do this with me anymore. But he told that to that man because he had too much pride to tell him that he didn't have the money. And I made a vow, I said, if you ever give me some money, I'm going to get into this vacation stuff. I'm gonna have something for my family. And so when I got into this industry, I think it was 2004, and I called my dad. I said, Dad, let's go back to Asheville, that place you took me when I was a little boy. But let's go back and let's take the girls this time. And I said, Dad, I want you to go buy you an outfit now.
Oh my God.
And I want you to get you some shoes, and I want you to get your favorite music. And I said, Daddy, look, man, we don't have a cigar box. I got some plastic. I got some plastic. Man, we were scheduled to go.
That's full circle.
Oh my God. We were scheduled to go November 1st to Asheville, see the leaves change. And a week before it was time to go, I get the call that Daddy passed. And instead of taking my dad, I buried him on my birthday, October 23rd, the week before we were scheduled to go.
So we never got to do.
I never got a chance. So now you understand the stuff that I do with my mom every yeah, it's rooted, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is how I live, like every single day. And I'm very grateful for the people, poor people, man.
Yes.
Yeah, and before them, my grandparents. My grandmother, she was born in 1900. So my great-grandmother was just coming out of chattel slavery, 1865. So she never drove a car. She tilled the land. She plant, and we did that. And so from both sides, my mom and my dad, poor people, farming.
Right.
That's how we did it. Ran barefoot.
Right.
So the reason I like, speaking with the youth, because it is real. I've been there, done that.
Right.
I know what it's like being the last man aboard but the first man off. I know what it's like, coming from school, almost flunking out of college because all the stuff I was going through. 1.9 GPA, that's not going to cut it. But after I got it together, 8 straight semester Dean's List student. I know.
It hit rock bottom.
Yeah. And that's been my course. It's always started from the bottom. And that's why, Drake has a song, it started from the bottom, now I'm here. So what I'm saying to these young people, hey, listen, I get it. Mom not there, mom on drugs, dad on drugs. Well, we can't use that as an excuse. I didn't use it. I'm not saying it's not difficult, but you can do it because you were born with a purpose. And your purpose is so much bigger. Your purpose has so much more strength in it than the weakness that it takes to sell drugs or to do this. You just got to discover who you are and what that can mean to the world and to yourself. See, I think if I can get this message,
You gotta want to discover it too.
you gotta want it. You gotta want
You gotta
it.
want to
You
get
got-
out of that hole.
You gotta want to get out that hole. You sure do. Now, I'm like this. You can't waste my time because time is very valuable. We're not here babysitting. We're here to give you a hand
Right.
if you're reaching for it. And so, that's the message that I try to give to our youth. But it takes a degree of, it takes tact. It takes like a surgeon. You have to be able to poke this because poking this means something over here is going to happen.
Right.
So you have to have a degree of skill, to move people, to challenge them. That's what our coach used to do to us. You're never going to be anything. That's why he said the words that make you prove him wrong. He was using psychology,
Yeah.
right, on the on the field.
Well, that's what you're doing now. You're coaching.
That's exactly right, and that's what any good parent does.
Yes, for sure.
So what this also involves is a degree of parenting, nurturing as a community. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's some stuff here. I got a big field of work.
Elgin for president.
You're
awesome.
Tell me about this skull, man.
Oh, it's just I don't know. My dad's